remember the second verse of that song Laphicet read earlier.
4 Empyreans may tear him asunder, but so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therian shall be forever reborn in sight of the full crimson moon.
Right. That's what I've gathered you all here to discuss.
And we think that passage means that Innominat and the Therians will be revived by a chosen one, right?
Yes, but the shall be forever reborn part kept bothering me. I've reconsidered my analysis. Suppose that instead of someone being chosen by Innominat to create Therians, the song means that Innominat chooses who becomes Therians. But so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therians shall be forever reborn. What do you think that could mean?
That someone receptive to Innominat's power will be reborn as a Therian.
Like Kamoana.
Which is to say that the Abbey figured out how to turn people into Therians, and then got right to work.
That's...
Are you really that surprised? Artorias has always been one to prioritize the many over the individual, as I well know.
Another thing to consider is this wording about Therians being forever reborn. This could mean that one Therian will be reborn again and again, or it could mean that different Therians will be born to take their place.
Meaning that even if you kill one, there are more waiting in line. They can't be wiped out.
Looks like prioritizing the one over the many was the right call this time, eh, Velvet?
I never said I wouldn't kill her, if it would prevent Innominat's reawakening. But Therians can't be killed. Not truly.
So, in a nutshell, if you kill one, another person who's receptive to Innominat's power will be reborn as one.
Right. But the song says that 7 mouths feed the body, so there's only so many around.
If you don't kill them, the next ones won't be born.
Exactly. So we remove the 7 Therians from their Earth Pulse points instead. But then,
Töten wir doch einfach alle
we
Menschen,
also
die
have to
empfänglich für die
protect them
göttliche
so the
Macht
Abbey
sind.
doesn't steal them back. Or kill them.
Sounds tricky.
We've got to protect my bug, too.
Yeah, you take real good
Oh ja,
care of
und
that
alle
thing
Tiere.
now. Got it?
You bet I will.
In that
Vielleicht ist
case,
es
we
doch
should
einfacher,
probably
die
work on securing a
Dinger dann
proper
nicht zu
hideout for
töten.
ourselves.
Und das von dir!
Got a
Du
secret
bist
base
doch
or
immer für die
anything,
brutale Variante.
It's every man's
Meistens.
fantasy, but
Meistens bin ich für die brutale Variante.
We need a hard-to-find spot. One where we can guarantee a steady supply
Aber
of
ich hatte meine
malevolence for the Therians.
Psychopathen-Massenmörderphase heute schon.
Oh, alles klar,
Somewhere
dann ist in
devoid
Ordnung.
of people, but full of malevolence. Real poser you got there.
With the Abbey in control of the entire continent, finding a place like that will be easier said than done.
Ich weiß.
Meanwhile, Innominat's reawakening draws ever closer. We'll have to keep collecting our Therians while we search for a hideout. For now, let's just get to Logres.
Was verschweigst du uns noch? Ich finde sie sehr niedlich. Ja, die ist auch super. Ich frage mich die ganze Zeit, woher ich die Stimme kenne.
Das ist eine sehr bekannte Synchronsprecherin, die spricht in so ziemlich vielen Dingen mit. Die hat in letzter Zeit in Tales of Berseria, Persona 5 und Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild mitgesprochen, also...
Von denen spiele ich jetzt gerade meine Berseria.
Also es ist die, die in letzter Zeit gemacht hat, also die ist sehr bekannt.
Way here, poor you. You probably deserved it. Say that again, wise ass. I dare ya.
Shut up, both of ya. No one's getting anything until you pay me what you owe first.
Are they gonna be okay?
Don't pay
Ja.
them any mind.
Ja.
Sailors are just a short-tempered bunch, that's all.
Huh? The hell are you doing?
What's going on?
They've jacked up the price to dock our ship here.
Oh yeah? Some real balls you've got there, buddy.
If you lot want to moor here, that's the price you're gonna pay. Look, pirates are a liability to begin with, but calling your crew infamous these days would be putting it lightly. The more wanted you are, the more it's gonna cost to hide you. Capiche?
Hard to argue there. Benwick, just pay the man what he wants.
Yes, sir.
Wir gehen nachher noch durch die Gegend und rauben Truhen aus. Das wird schon passen.
I knew I could count on you to come through, Eisen. Pleasure doing business with you.
Irgendwelches sinnloses Zeug an den Kopf und erleichtern sie um ihre Geld.
Looks like I'm causing you trouble.
Ja, eigentlich wollte ich den noch K.O. schlagen, aber...
Don't sweat it. Some sailors
Und das meine ich mit Kaiser und die brutale Methode.
Noted.
Yay, wir haben ohne Jacke für Eleanor erhalten.
Zieh sie mal an. Ich hab mir sagen lassen, das soll gar nicht so hübsch sein.
Nee, es ist gar nicht mal so hübsch. Mit ihrer Jacke fehlt, sieht das einfach nur ein bisschen merkwürdig aus.
Bleib mal dabei, Mädchen. Ja. Wolltest du nicht zu den Schwingen-Dingern? Ja,
die stehen hier direkt neben dir.
Eben.
Ah ja, hat abgeschlossen. War auch an der Zeit.
5. Oh, 16.650.
Boah.
Ja.
Ist in Ordnung.
Eben.
Können wir mitarbeiten.
Lass uns mal sagen, sagst uns mal, was wir noch Interessantes haben.
Also die verdorbene Kugel, da wo wir da hin wollen.
Das Abwassersystem, genau.
Die nahen Schlingendrachen im Westertunnel.
Ja, den stimmt, die haben wir auch verpasst.
Die haben den rasenden Wolf, den haben wir gerade geschafft.
Den haben wir.
Das war die.
Die haben wir auch.
Ja.
Der zerfleischende Stern. Die hat Sternchen an den Füßen.
Ja.
Ist mir nicht aufgefallen, aber.
Die Königin der Meere haben wir auch.
Und das war's.
Das heißt, die beiden fehlen nur zur Zeit.
Ja, die haben wir beide verpasst. Mia culpa! Aber Level 18, ich glaube, das wird süß. Wenn wir es nochmal finden.
Das wird süß und knusprig.
Ich wollte gerade sagen, hier irgendwo ein Ausrufezeichen.
Alright, everything's all fixed up. Now to polish this ship from top to bottom.
You really throw your back into your work, don't you?
Why shouldn't I? The Wangen is our pride and joy, our weapon. And most importantly, our home.
I'm sure you've heard this before, but she's one odd-looking ship.
The Wangen was built by the Kingdom 12 years ago, using the very best technology available. She was designed for search and seizure operations on the high seas. Apparently, her unusual design comes from an engineer who is familiar with technology from the far continent.
But on her maiden voyage, a string of mysterious accidents took the lives of the captain, then the second, and then the third in command. People thought the ship was bad luck. She was about to be scrapped when Captain Eifried came and snatched her for himself.
If the ship was bad luck, why did Eifried want it?
Well, I'm sure part of it was that he wanted a sturdy ship capable of reaching the far continent. But when I asked him why, he said, "She looks interesting."
She's too interesting if you ask me. We've been chased by storms, struck by icebergs, attacked by a giant whale. You name it.
3 years ago when the first mate arrived, it all made sense. To think we'd been haunted by a reaper the whole time.
Oh, come on. Don't go blaming the captain and the first mate for every bad thing that happens. I bet you're all just frustrated because you're forced to go where they tell you.
None of us are forced to be here. We're here because we choose to be here. And we do so fully knowing what sort of men the captain and the first mate are.
Anyone can leave the crew whenever they like. We're free pirates, each of us, here because we want to be. Some of us love adventure, some are looking to test their fate, and some are just searching for a good place to die. We're a ragtag bunch of rogues, that's for sure. But not a one of us has died carrying regret or resentment.
So we're glad to help out you and yours. But you'd best not forget what we stand for.
I won't.
They're quite the crew, aren't they?
Were all those accidents truly caused by your power?
So ein bisschen.
Yeah. I've been searching far and wide for a way to lift the Reaper's curse. But when I couldn't find a single thread to follow on this continent, I turned my eyes to the other side of the ocean.
And that's why you boarded this ship.
And a fine ship she is. The Wangen was built from 1,000-year-old wood, you know. Before I found my coin, she was my vessel. But then the accidents came.
And then Eifried stole the ship. Did he know you were on board?
Definitely. He had pretty solid resonance going for him. Although at first, I think he assumed I was just a dour-eyed lubber worthy of little notice.
I suppose being a Reaper tends to take its toll like that.
No argument there. But still, whether they could see me or not, they didn't act any differently at all. I fought my damn curse with everything I had. And Ifrit and his crew fought right along with me. Hell, we even finally made it to the far continent.
And you didn't find anything there? To help with your curse?
I didn't even look.
But that's why you went there, isn't it?
Eventually, I just got tired of fighting back. The crew, they taught me how to feel alive. And the joy of pursuing my dreams alongside good friends.
Eine Charakterstudie.
Also, anfangs konnte Ifrit Eisen noch gar nicht sehen.
Er hat ihn schon gesehen, aber...
Ja, also noch nicht komplett sehen.
Ihr konntet noch nicht sehen, wer genau Eisen ist, aber er wusste, dass Eisen da ist.
Weil er über eine starke... Ich überlege gerade, wie ich mir das vorzustellen habe. Der steht da und hat dann eine starke Resonanz. Alle anderen haben die jetzt nicht. Und dann, wer ist eigentlich der Tölpel da? Wer? Ja, der Kerl da drüben. Wer?
Wer hat den da eingeladen? Ist der Part der Crew?
Wer ist das da drüben?
Der Blonde mit dem Ledermantel. Geworden.
Vielleicht sollten wir doch lieber gehen.
Look, those demons who attacked Helaves are still on the loose, aren't they?
Yep. Standing right here.
From what I heard, the demons who wrecked Vortigern were the same ones that killed the High Priest.
What? No way. Wait a minute. The High Priest was killed?
Yeah. The official story is that he's injured or sick or something, but I heard differently.
Then no wonder they haven't had time for Vortigern.
Ach, das ist alles Seemannsgarn.
Those demons quick. Those monsters need to pay for what they did.
Looks like our infamy is growing by the day.
Maybe they've even put a bounty on us by now.
Ooh, they keep
Ich will die
embellishing our
Poster sehen.
escapades, though. I'm honestly a little hurt they're calling us monsters.
The more they embellish, the easier it is for us to get around. Confusion and panic will only help us.
Hat sie nicht ganz unrecht.
Ich will die Poster sehen.
Ich habe mich gerade eher gefragt, ob wir bei den Blutschwingen unseren eigenen Kopfgeldaufer rannehmen können.
Hallo, ich gebe mich hier ab. So, und jetzt überfalle ich euch damit. Aber ganz ehrlich, dann müssten die ja ständig updaten, wo wir gerade gesehen wurden.
Oh ja, das ist ein bisschen schwer.
Und dann müssten wir uns als dicker, fetter, roter Punkt über die Karte bewegen.
Ich stelle mir das so vor. Die haben einfach so einen Typen dabei, der immer wieder sagt, jetzt sind sie gerade da, jetzt sind sie gerade da.
Die haben so einen Vogel hinter uns herfliegen.
Aha.
Haben die auf uns abgerichtet.
Piep.
Laffisets Vogel! Der klackert das immer weiter, wo wir gerade sind.
Glaubst du, Eisens macht mit?
Stimmt.
Das sind die Verräter.
Oh ja.
Ich meine, jedes gute Tales-Off hat einen Verräter im Team.
Kontakte
The
zur
blood-winged
Unterwelt.
butterflies operate in the Empire's shadows. Not even the Abbey knows their full scope beyond whispers and rumor. And you all have a connection to them, don't you?
Dark and interconnected is the underworld. We've heard voices in the shadows, glimpsed faces behind paper-thin masks.
The attack on High Priest Gideon. Was that at their behest?
Yeah, the Bloodwings asked us to take him out.
We did it in exchange for information that could lead us to Artorias.
Information? You would assassinate a man for mere information?
Informationen sind sehr
Yes.
wichtig.
Information on the shepherd who rules the world. Not a bad deal if you ask me.
We just work with them when our interests align. Nothing more.
That's the kind of thin justification I'd expect to hear from them, too.
But the Bloodwings were acting upon knowledge that the High Priest was harming the people of the city.
Kai macht ihre Abneigung gegen Eleanor sehr deutlich und kein Geheimnis
Incident with
raus.
the nectar was the church's failing. And it seems that the Bloodwing butterfly network goes further and deeper than we had thought.
They knew about the barrier at the throne, too.
And Velvet's expertise at dove mimicry.
Would you stop bringing that up? Dove mimicry? What does that mean?
Sehr wichtige Fähigkeit.
I have no idea.
There was a dove near the dock checkpoint. That's all.
Huh?
Right! It was a black, full-chested dove, wasn't it? Cuckoo!
A
black full-chested dove. Is that some sort of underworld code word?
Ich bin dafür, immer wenn wir irgendwie eine Blutschwingen, Flügelschmetterling, Ding haben. Vollbusige schwarze Taube!
Ich weiß nicht, kommt ein bisschen blöd. Gehst du so... Das fällt auch gar nicht auf. Gehst du zum Hafen, stehen so ein paar Leute, stellst du dazu. Vollbusige schwarze Taube. Oh, ja!
Du Fuchs bewegt sich nicht mehr.
Habe ich sie endlich getötet. Ich habe lange daran gearbeitet.
Haben wir es wieder geschafft?
Ich glaube, ja.
Das Problem ist, ich sehe jetzt
Soll ich noch?
Ich sehe eine Taube, die wirklich vorne einen Vorbau hat vom Augengrad. Richtig normale, stinknormale Taube.
Schwarze Taube. Soll ich noch mal mit dem... Oh, ich brauche gar nicht drüber reden.
Ich weiß gar nicht, worüber du gerade reden wolltest.
Ich wollte noch mal über den Badmintonschläger für den Schleim.
Damit schießt du ihn auf, nicht mehr.
Die Vorstellung.
Sollen wir noch zur Stadt oder sollen wir auch?
Ach, gehen wir noch zur Stadt.
Oh. Gute Sache.
Ja, was soll ich mir denn sonst unter Vorteil gegen Amorph vorstellen?
Here we are, back in Logres.
Noch nicht ganz.
It was a lot tougher to get in the first time.
More funny than tough, if you ask me.
Oh, you mean Velvet's little dove act?
Coo, coo. I'd be careful teasing her if I were you. You know how she can get.
Und sie hat jetzt ein Siebschwert.
Didn't enjoy it too. I'm sure you did, right? Good little boys don't lie to adults, you know.
Hier keine Erwachsenen.
Just a little.
Say it like a dove.
It was funny. Coo, coo.
Impressionisten.
Is Nominat's book so difficult? Grimoire seemed perplexed by it.
Yeah. She said it was written in ancient Avarost, a language that uses Impressionist script.
I've never heard of Impressionist script.
Each character can have many different meanings and readings, depending on the emotion it's expressing and the way it relates to the characters around it. Some modest records on its grammar and structure survive, but none that say how to read the emotion the characters express. Grimoire said that you have to recreate the writer's feelings as a sort of starting point in order to read it.
I see. And you have a talent for that sort of thing?
I guess I do.
But a script based on emotions? That's as far removed from modern language as can be.
Yeah, it's completely unrelated apparently.
How can it be completely unrelated?
After the temperance of Avarost, the entirety of human civilization vanished. The language went with it.
Much as a blooming flower loses its petals, the Avarost civilization grew too far and came to its final end. The surviving buildings and ancient tools, the likes of which our technology cannot replicate, were the beginning of that end.
In any case, it sounds like deciphering that writing will take quite a while.
Hatten wir das nicht schon vorgeklärt, dass das lange dauern wird?
Ja, natürlich, das wird ewig dauern. Fertig! Oh, danke.
Die Expedition ist zurück!
Sehr gut. Habt ihr was gefunden?
Take a look at this.
Euer Ende, ja. Nein, ihr habt einmal gewonnen. Die Nominierung. Und die Schwertkämpfer-Augenklappe.
Scout ship setting sail.
Go!
Bewegen wir mal wieder meinen Controller, nicht, dass er den ausgeht und wieder Stress macht.
Deiner hat einen USB-Anschluss.
Ja, der ist aber nur da, um den Akku aufrechtzuerhalten. Der ist auch über Funk verbunden. Der ist auch über deinen Funkempfänger gerade verbunden, Fuchs.
Der Funkempfänger kann 2 gleichzeitig
Ja, sicher.
empfangen?
Der kann 4 gleichzeitig empfangen.
Wusste ich gar nicht von dem Teil.
Hallo, Logres. Wir waren lange nicht hier.
Man, the capital sure is big.
Yeah, with historical buildings and artisans and all, there's much of interest here for a boy who loves to learn.
Uh-huh.
Sightseeing's nice and all, but don't wander off and get lost.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Don't worry about him. He can take care of himself.
I know. I was just saying.
Tabata, wo bist du?
Ja, aber tatsächlich diesmal noch wer anders.
You look like travelers. I have some good news for you. The restrictions on travel to the Aldina Plains are going to be lifted soon. The road's opening back up!
So, that's the latest word on the streets?
Frage mich, wo wir
I
als
see what
nächstes
you
hin
did
müssen.
there.
I try to liven things up around here.
Well, ever since Lord Artorias became the Shepherd, demon attacks have
Ja,
gone
ich weiß der
down.
Beste
The
was.
world's filled with hardships, but perhaps things are starting to go in the right direction.
Perhaps. The demons who nearly destroyed Helaves are still skipping about on the loose, though.
What?
And just the other day, a village near Salt was destroyed by the demon blight. Guess the capital doesn't mind, though.
What?
Don't worry about it. Your shepherd and the abbey are going to save the world, right?
Listening to you has kinda gotten me all nervous again. If you hear any other scary stories, let me know, please.
Hey, die Dämonen sollen wieder in dieser Gegend gesichtet worden sein.
Oh, maybe that tale about the demon doll that comes alive!
If you're going to waste time, we're leaving you here.
Well, that's enough of this detour then. Sorry to be such a drag.
Wait! That doll one sounded really cool!
Ich habe Magnus Stände mir da geblieben und gesagt, ihr könnt mich ja wieder abholen, wenn ihr die Stadt verlasst.
Macht mal die Arbeit.
What's with this crowd?
Modulu's troupe just put on a real show. Man, it was the best. Her dancing was every bit as great as I'd heard.
Wow.
Zugabe!
Me, Modulu?
Zugabe!
Surely you mean Magilu! Has my time to bask in fame finally come at long last?
No, we're talking about Modulu, not Magilu.
You know, Lulu, the famous dancer? She actually goes by the majestic Lulu, but everyone calls her Modulu.
Lulu, die tanzende Katze also.
Dance. You can't help but feel like maybe everything's gonna turn out okay in the world.
Sounds like a pretty cheerful act she has.
Cheerful? This is all a ripoff! She's just trying to pass off as Magilu's menagerie and profit from our good name!
What good name? We don't actually perform anything.
Die höchste Zeit.
I was planning
Voodoo,
on
voodoo,
getting
coo,
started
coo,
eventually.
coo, coo, coo.
Now, this con artist comes along and ruins everything!
I can't just ignore that, you know.
Oh, guck mal, ihr habt sogar ziemlich ähnliche Outfits an.
You did great today, Modulu. I loved it.
Thank you so much. But according to my teacher, I still have a long way to go.
Los,
I'll work
tanz mal
hard
für
to
uns.
do better next time, so I hope you'll come see me. Modulu's teacher is a dancer named Balta, whose immense talent brought him all the fame in the world. But Balta suffered a tragic injury that took him forever from the stage, and now Modulu is working hard to carry out his dream.
So, you're Modulu then?
I am. My teacher and I work really hard to put on performances that'll leave a lasting impact. And I refuse to let anyone call me a phony.
Oh? And how do you propose to stop me? Taking it to the stage and seeing which one of us can better hold a crowd?
Yes, that's just what I was hoping for.
Lulu, don't go around picking petty fights.
But sir, this woman, she...
Natürlich auch schon Penny.
You should know better. If you have the energy to spare
Keine
spitting
Kleingeldkämpfe hier.
vitriol at people, you should
Wenn dann mit
refocus that
Wattebäuschen,
anger
wenn
into
dann mit
moving your
Wattebäuschen.
body. If you need to express yourself, do it on the stage.
Yes,
Was
sir.
hat der denn
You're
jetzt?
right.
Er ist gerührt.
Teacher,
Den
is the
Meister
pain acting up again?
auch noch zu treffen.
It's no matter. What does pain compare to losing the ability to dance? Anyway, what matters is how you're holding up.
I'm fine, sir.
Good, then let's head back and practice some more.
Ich möchte sie tanzen sehen.
He seems strict.
He does. But keep in mind that Balta recognized her talent at a young age. He even adopted her so he could pass on everything he knew. He might be strict, but only because he believes in her.
You sure know an awful lot about them.
I'm sort of a fan of theirs, you could say.
Hätte ich jetzt nie erraten.
A teacher and his student, chasing after the same dream. What a sweet little story they have.
Man gewöhnt sich echt an diese Wangen.
Ja. Am Anfang des Tages ist es immer etwas verrückt.
And for our act, we'll be a comedy duo.
Comedy? Where'd you get that idea?
You heard me propose a challenge to little Majaloo, right? But not one of you knows a single acrobatic trick.
Sorry. Don't apologize.
Das, was die teilweise unsere Kämpfer dadurch in der Luft veranstalten, weiß ich da nicht so ganz.
Now, normally I'd make you guys do something flashy, like jump through a ring of fire. But I'll be magnanimous and let you do comedy instead.
Ich möchte dann doch lieber durch den Flammenring springen.
And keep things lively. I can feed you the audience on a platter.
But going on the same stage as Majaloo, it's too much to handle.
Oh, I can't wait to take her down a peg or two.
I'm out. I don't even know why you're bothering.
Und noch was da ist, will ich den Rest nehmen?
It's not hopeless. Plus, if we do well, we'll be raking in the dough. What better opportunity do we have to get started than now? After all, people will come thinking we're Majaloo's troupe.
You're sure eager to profit off of her good name.
That's exactly the material I want. Keep throwing out such zingers and the audience will be in stitches.
I'm not sure I follow, but okay.
The only thing getting thrown out is gonna be you.
You know, I think you could pull off being the straight man in our act.
What? Keep your compliments to yourself.
This plan might sound dumb, but more money never hurts.
Eisen, not you too.
Then it's settled. Now we just need to book ourselves a few gigs. I've got an in with all the stage directors in town. For now, I think everyone should pair up so we can figure out just what sort of comedy chops you all have. Everybody?
Even me?
Certainly. Each one of you is a part of Magiloo's menagerie after all.
Cool.
Naja, steht so auf unserer Reiseerlaubnis. Da steht drauf, wir sind Magiloo's Menagerie. Eine reisende Truppe von Schaustellern. Und sie hat von Ausrufezeichen weg.
Ja.
Not sure why though.
Ich habe keine Ahnung.
Okay, wir haben einen Speicherpunkt gefunden. Da Fuchs nichts sagt, würde ich vermuten, sie möchte jetzt Schluss machen.
Wollte ich gerade mich fragen, so mit Blick auf Uhr. Wäre das eine angenehme...
Ja gut, wenn Fuchs sagt, sie will jetzt Schluss machen und sie ist unsere Steuerfrau, dann kann ich dem natürlich nichts zu hinzufügen.
No.
Und würde sagen, das war wieder eine erfolgreiche Aufnahmesitzung. Und ja, nächstes Mal hören wir uns dann mal an, was hier die Schwingen für uns haben.
Ob wir uns jetzt selbst jagen dürfen?
Eben, oder ob sie einen besseren Job für uns haben.
Ob wir nochmal in die Kanalisation rein dürfen. Und dann
Niemals!
Dann
Wie dem auch sei, das erfahren wir alles nächstes Mal. Und bis dahin...
Tschüss und bye bye!
Wiedersehen!
Ciao!